Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Trauma Talk Tuesday segment on the topic Healed People Heal Homes. This is your Freedom Coach, Nataushia Miller, here with you all with our guest speaker this evening, CEO of Kingdom Homes, Javis Howard. All right, now let's go ahead and open up this conversation with a statement from Mr. Howard himself. Our world is a reflection of what's happening in our homes. Our homes is a reflection of what's happening in our hearts. I felt like that was the entire talk, the entire conversation in one sentence.
Yeah, yeah, amen.
Like, right. It was like, what else do you have to say? But let's start off with just sharing why this choice of topic is important to you as far as heal people, heal homes.
What's funny is I gave you that title. I was almost regretting it because I was like, why you didn't say heal homes, heal people? And so I was like, well, it's too late. She already got it now. A couple of days ago, I feel like God reminded me that there was no real estate in Genesis. It was people. So that's why heal
Mhm.
people, heal homes. You can it don't matter if you have an $800 home or $50,000 home. Like, it's not gonna heal you, because the healing is in your heart. And that's pretty much what he was telling me. Um, but my quote that I put, our world is a reflection of what's happening in our homes and in our heart. That's the correlation he showed me. And that's where Kingdom Homes. That's what we're going to look to make a difference. We're going to look to partner with a lot of people to attack a lot of different components. The home, opportunities, ministry, education, and sound. But we know that the heart is definitely one of the ones we definitely have to um, aim to help, cure in people, and it all starts with Christ. So.
Mhm. Mhm. So I love that. There was no real estate
Mm,
in Genesis. There was people.
yeah, in a connection, God.
Big, 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 major, major. Because there is this saying like home is where the heart is.
Hmm.
But if the
Hmm.
heart is a broken heart, a shattered heart, a abandoned heart,
Hmm.
rejected heart,
Yeah.
is home really residing in that heart?
Right. Right.
Right.
I, I
Yeah.
um I can testify because when I lost my parents, I lost my physical home, but I moved with somebody else, but I wasn't home.
Mhm.
So that and
Mhm.
that and that's why I know that so well. And that's why while we're gonna give physical, tangible homes, we also want to focus on giving people that sense of belonging. And while we can do our best to find the best parents in the best situation, we know at the end of the day, we have to make sure that they know God, and that's what their true home is. That's what their true home is missing, and a lot of people don't understand that, and that's a mental barrier that we're going to look to remove as well to help people get a revelation for the importance of having God in your life.
So let's talk about this home
Mm,
situation. Because what you were saying that when your parents passed away,
mm,
your physical home was removed, and
mm,
even though you transitioned into another home that
mm,
didn't feel like home. So
yeah.
what is this? What are the ingredients of a healthy home? What is that we're all looking to experience in our homes?
One of the things that I missed out on was true care. And I say true care because I was given four walls. I was given a bed, somewhere place to sleep. I was given food. All my needs were taken care of, but um, that true nurturing, I missed out on that because the families I lived with can only do so much. It was an extra mouth to feed, and that was a lot. And now I'm an adult paying bills. That was a lot. So they didn't have enough to give me what I truly needed, which is that love, and nurturing. And you need that in a home. That's why these kids. we hear about these kids doing these things in these streets and stuff, and they come from these big homes
Mhm.
because something is missing spiritually. Something is missing. Intangible. So
Mm. So, what are the intangible things that are missing in our homes that we
one,
all need to be healthy? Go ahead.
love, uh, nurturing, um, and guidance. True, pure guidance. Because you can get love and be led wrong. In a way. So true, pure guidance. Leaders that are mentors, people that are led by Christ. And then I don't just mean to be cliche, but you need a home that's led by people who have fear in the Lord. To really get what you need, because only He has what you need.
Yes. That's awesome because I know that there has as I was listening to you, I was actually just thinking about how even for our and I can't even say just for our ethnicity as African Americans, because
Hmm.
this is an issue throughout,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
with the demand, with the economy and the socioeconomic disparities and things of that nature. This is
Hmm.
something that is universal, this type of
Hmm.
issue in the home, because there's so much pressure to
Hmm.
provide. And so we think that we have a home because all of those basic needs, the
Hmm.
provisions are there.
Yeah.
But what we're all looking for is that love and connection. And it's
Hmm.
with that love and connection comes the nurturing, the guidance, the
Hmm.
communication.
Yeah.
Some homes can be so cold that there's no deep level of communication to really navigate through our emotional
Hmm.
responses to something that may
Hmm.
would happen at school or work
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
anything of that nature
Hmm.
and things of that. So, what are some tips? How can we begin to move past this lack in our homes to really experience the healing that we need so that we can have whole, healed homes that heal homes?
um, one one of the things that worked for me was having a revelation for how damaged I was.
Mhm,
Um, I think if people understand that they're hurt, they will have a they will find value in going to get help. But if it's if you don't know really, if like honestly, I don't know if anybody is walking out here and don't know that something is wrong with them. But
mhm,
I know people bury things, and that I'm getting into your area right now. I don't really have a language for it, but I do understand that years of just not having somewhere to express it, and you need
mhm.
expression in the home. A home is supposed to be where you can come and be yourself. It's supposed to be home base. It's supposed to be headquarters. And so and then it's supposed to be where you get fulfilled. Because if you don't get fulfilled in the home, you're gonna go out in the world and get it. And that's 9 times out of 10, that ain't good. And so definitely we need people who are honest about where they're at. I know that I'm growing up and I'm seeing that parents are just older kids, and they are trying. Like, and it's not easy. I don't have kids, but I'm a leader at Amazon, and stewarding over people is really not easy. Like, and so just understanding that if everybody gets you know humble and say, hey, I need help, and you got parents going to therapy, you got kids going getting help as well and learning how to listen. It's like it's almost like a teamwork thing, kind of, in a weird way. Um, but yeah, that's it. And it's no need to hit the lottery. Um, Nothing expensive. Literally just saying I need help, and I don't know everything.
Yeah, yeah. And when you were saying home, we need expression in the home. Like
Hmm.
home is a place where we are comfortable just being ourselves, being who we
Hmm.
are. And another word that came to me when you were saying that was sanctuary. Like home
Hmm.
is our sanctuary. It's a sacred space.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
when we value it as such, then there is freedom for expression.
Yeah.
And and how you say finding value in that to get the help
Yeah.
that we need,
Yeah.
and being honest with ourselves to the fact that we do need help, because
Yeah.
there's another saying that is, whatever goes on in our house, stay in our house.
Yeah.
So if we're holding
Yeah.
on to that as our gospel,
Yeah.
then we're not going to open ourselves up
Mhm.
to go outside of our homes and get the help that we need, whether
Yeah.
that's therapy, some type of counseling,
Yeah.
some type of class. And sometimes it could just be like a communication class, whatever it is that's going to help us become our better selves so that we can better manage our sacred space in the home.
Right. Right.
Mhm. Mhm. Um this is good. This is good. So, we talked a little bit about how in the beginning there was no real estate, there was
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
So it's really the home begins with the family, the institution of the family, the people, the
Yeah.
relationships. We
Yeah.
also talked about how home is where the heart is. And so if we're
Yeah.
going to have wholesome homes, it begins with a healed heart. And
Yeah.
then we gave some ways as to which we can gain some healing and really cultivate and maintain a healthy home. So tell
Mhm.
us, how can healed people heal homes? We went through all those things. So what is this outcome? What does that picture look at like now that we acknowledge we've done the work and we're really
Mhm.
doing what we need to be a healthy individuals and
Yeah.
a healthy family within our
Yeah.
homes? How do
Yeah.
healed people now heal homes?
Let's take I'll take one example because it's a million. Let's take maybe the parent, because it starts with the parent, because I say that heal people heal homes, but heal homes heal the community, and your parents are like, if they raise their children right, then they're raising people who will enter in society and make it better. And so um I think my point is, let's take the parents are, if they get healed and they learn how to communicate, now the discipline is actually uh, fierce development. That's like, discipline isn't just whipping kids or what. It's actually fierce development. It's conversations. Hey, this is how you do this, instead of shutting down. Because if a parent has a history of shutting down, then they won't ever communicate to their kid, and it'll be clashes with their spouse as well. So if you remove that barrier of trauma, communication is one of the main components, main ingredients to a healthy home. I was talking to someone yesterday, and I was saying I definitely want to bring back family dinners. I want to do them like they do on TV. If we're gonna look to TV for something, I really enjoy watching the family dinners. I love how there was no phones in sight. People were looking people in the eye, and there was conversation. And so
Mhm.
that's one of the barriers that gets removed when you're healed in a home. Finances. A lot of people have traumatic experiences that manifest in the way that they're bad with their finances. How can a home move forward? With poor spending. How can a kid be able to get into extracurricular activities? Just all the things like another example. What else? The communication, finance, bad with finances. I mean, it's a million things, but being healed in your home doesn't promise that you're perfect, but actually even better. If you're healed, you can deal with the imperfections. You can have perspective in that area of you, and you can be able to communicate and get through the tough times. Being healed doesn't excuse you from tough times of being human, but it does give you a better chance of getting through the humanity. I hope that makes sense.
Mhm. Mhm. Oh, most definitely. You
Yeah.
know you speaking my language, so I get it. I get it. I get it. And one of the things, major components I heard was remove the trauma that is the barrier.
Mhm,
And we have to identify the trauma to remove the trauma that is the
mhm.
barrier in the areas of communication, finance, and even vulnerability.
Yeah,
Because it
yeah.
takes for us to navigate through our imperfections,
Mhm,
it takes vulnerability and even acknowledging and communicating those things.
Mhm.
And the thing
Mhm.
is, as we communicate it, we'll see that others in the home, because there's beauty in imperfections. We
Yeah.
actually attract people that have that compensate for our imperfections.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
And you'll yeah, and you'll see that with like for instance with me, I am not a numbers person.
Yeah.
Okay? I am to a certain degree, but I don't get happy about numbers.
Mhm.
To be all the way in that bank. I know enough to know the
Mhm.
basics to be able to keep my money together, and I'm
Mhm.
good right there. But
Yeah.
my husband is like, he is the numbers man, and that's one of the
Mhm.
things I love about him, because that is not my strength. That is one of
Yeah.
my flaws.
Yeah.
But he compensates, and we attract people that
Mhm.
have strengths, natural strengths in the
Mhm.
areas that we don't. And that's what
Right.
makes our relationships more fulfilling, because we're knowing that God is bringing us together in these
Mhm.
relationships to complement one another. And that's the
Wow.
that's the whole thing about imperfection. So there's beauty in that. And when we see in
Yeah.
our homes, we'll see like our children have strengths
Yeah.
in areas we don't,
Yeah.
and there now we
Yeah.
got this team going, like the
Mhm.
Jackson Five in our
Mhm.
homes,
Mhm. Mhm. It's
because we've been
crazy.
putting in the work.
It's crazy you brought up marriage because again that if we want to take it even deeper and deep dive into the home really starts it can start at who you choose to be your spouse. And
Right.
so if you're not healed, then you don't have a filter in which you should find the person that's right for you. So yeah, yeah, yeah. It starts early. I mean, building a home doesn't start when you on Zillow, or you getting with a realtor. Building a home starts with when you're single. Getting your walk right with Christ. So it's it's a lot. But if we want to just zoom, if we want to just speak about as far as in the home, we already here. Parents are already together, the kids are already here. How can we fix that? So I'm in a business to help prevent it and to heal it when they're already there as well. So
Yeah. Yeah, and
yeah.
that's a very important part.
Mhm.
The home doesn't begin on Zillow.
Mhm.
It begins when you're single, because it begins with who we are as individuals, who sets the tone and atmosphere in the
Mhm.
home.
Mhm. Yeah.
And that's why we can't judge a happy home based on the outer shape.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
could be a project apartment versus a 5-10 bedroom mansion.
Mhm.
And there's more home in that
Mhm.
project apartment than the
Yeah, that
mansion.
match. Yeah, most definitely.
Or the other way around. It depends on the people that's
Mhm.
in it,
Mhm.
not the
Mhm.
building itself.
Right.
And so that's very good key, because like you said, there was no real estate in Genesis. I'm gonna
It
drive that
wasn't.
home.
It wasn't.
Cause we be
It
getting
wasn't.
so caught up in this material stuff, think we got
Yeah.
something going on, ain't got nothing going on.
Ain't at
A
all.
hot mess. Okay. Let's keep it
Um,
real, people.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
In Genesis, there was no cars. Let's just break
It
it all
wasn't.
the way down on
Yeah.
what there
Yeah.
was not,
Yeah.
so we
It
could
wasn't
get
none of
back
that.
to what is most important to the God we serve.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, somebody. We could sit right there with that statement
Mhm.
all night. There's a lot
Mhm.
more to say
Mhm.
with that. What
Mhm.
was not there in Genesis.
Yeah. And he said it was good when he finished it. He said it was good.
Right.
I didn't
Before
see.
there was
Yeah.
real estate. He said
Yeah.
everything he created was good as
Mhm.
is.
Right. Mhm.
Okay? He permitted us to create all this other stuff, but it was good without any of that. And y'all, this is how we know, because it was good as is when it comes to watermelon. Y'all, that's my favorite fruit, and they messed up watermelon. I'm like, where is the watermelon that when you cut
Mm.
it, you smell it, it's red,
Yeah.
it's juice
Yeah.
that's oozing out of it, it got
Yeah.
black seeds. Where is the real watermelon? I feel like I
Yeah.
didn't take advantage of it when I was a kid. Had I known then that they
Yeah.
would change it,
Hold on. Who changed it?
do you know they do all that genetic engineering and all that
Ah,
stuff when it
we
comes to
always
fruit and
we
stuff to
we
remove the
always
seeds
we always messing
to
up
make
some.
some seedless watermelon.
Remember the wise man when they was led to Jesus?
Hmm.
They had a or they had a star. We building GPS. We building these GPS towers. We always messing up something. Like God wants get back to the organic.
Right,
We doing all these experiments and stuff like that. Now we need GPSs obviously, but my point is like we really just need to leave some stuff alone. Like
right,
yeah, but
right,
that's
right.
crazy. I ain't had a watermelon in so long, but yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, they not the same. I'll be like, I feel like I gotta search high and low to find a good watermelon. But y'all, that's a commercial break little thing right there. But the point is, it's still it's revelation all up in that because
yeah.
we in can't see. God said it was good as He created, and here we come because our preference is seedless watermelons, and now it's flavorless watermelon. You know what I'm saying? Leave
Why
it
you
as
think? I'm gonna tie back to homes. Why you think they did
go
that?
ahead.
The seedless.
Ooh, go ahead. I'm not gonna answer that question. You already. I can go ahead. I'm
I,
gonna
I think
listen.
we just we trying to find all these ways to make everything more efficient and faster, but we messing up the wrong stuff. Like
Hmm.
I understand we want to get my package here a little faster, but don't be taking my seeds out of my watermelon. Like that's all in the That's what makes family time even better. We get to spit the seeds out. You know what I'm saying? So, no, that's what I want. Yeah.
And the seeds is the source of reproduction.
Oh, there you go. I see. I missed that was for you because I missed that one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let me.
Well, when
Yeah.
you said that, yeah, it's a source of reproduction.
Mm, wow. Trying to speed stuff up, you gonna mess up the reproduction, man.
So now we're not reproducing what God originally intended
Yeah.
because we went and used His natural organic resources, natural organic structure to
Mm-hmm.
create something different that
Yeah.
we believe to be at home. And
Yeah.
God is saying it's the relationship, it's
Yeah.
the condition of the heart
Yeah. Yeah.
is the home.
Mm. Not what you see on social media. Like I drunk the Kool Aid. When I was before I really started, reading my Bible. I thought, oh, that's just what you do. You do no like no substance.
Hmm.
Even if I would have willed my way to like those Instagram pictures, I would have had no substance. No
Right, right,
substance.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right. And it's we get it, we tap into the substance with that love and connection that
Mm-hmm.
all of us as human beings need. And for us to have healthy experience, healthy love and
Mm-hmm.
connection with one another, we first have to do it in and of ourselves with our
Mm-hmm.
creator.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we cannot leave him out of the process.
At
We
all.
cannot get so caught up in the structure and the type of home physically for
Mm-hmm.
everyone else's eyes to see that
Mm-hmm.
we neglect the internal home
Mm-hmm.
internally that God is most concerned about and that God searches. That's what God can see. We
Right.
could cover it up all day, but
Yeah.
God knows the real. And our hearts are
Mm.
wickedly deceitful, so none of us really know what's going on up in there.
Mm. No. No.
Even when we
Man.
think we know, the Holy Spirit be like, huh, look at this.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
weed just
I'm
pops up. Like, oh, I didn't know I had that weed too.
every time. You read your word and like it literally just be like yelling at you like, dang, that's me. I'm like, oh my god, I'm
Right,
terrible.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So this is good. This is good.
Mm.
Nice little conversation about the healing of the heart, healing homes, and how healed people heal homes, and healed
Mm.
homes heal community.
Yeah.
And this is
Mm.
how we get back to the place where the social institution of the family is
Yeah.
the one that has the most influence. Because
Yeah.
right now, it's not.
Yeah.
For some of
Mhm.
us, for many of us. And so this is what we're working towards as kingdom people, to where all of our homes as representatives of Christ Jesus
Yeah.
is influencing the communities, because our homes are healed.
Yeah. 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 And letting people see it, inviting people over. I remember the days I used to have genuine families that would just invite me over, and I would be exposed to such a standard. And I'm like, wow, I wasn't old enough to have my own family, but I'm like, well, this is how I would like for it to be done.
Right.
So yeah. And even
Yeah.
with Corona, I mean, I think a lot of people gotten a good taste of what their home was really like. They probably thought they was functioning, until they
Mhm.
really had to look at each other for, hours of the day and realize that they
Right.
couldn't they couldn't hold a conversation longer than, 5 minutes, you know. But yeah,
Yeah, most definitely.
that's true wealth to me. Of course, what I want to do in life, I'm going to need finances and wealth, but I'm more after wealthy experiences, like just being able to have dinner with my family
Right, right,
and everybody present. Those are the things that's going to matter. That's a byproduct of well, being a wealthy person is a byproduct of that experience, which is free. You don't need money to have a good family time.
right,
Like
right,
how
right,
much how much more effective and efficient people would be if they had somewhere to come and get that desire filled that nobody probably know. They don't have a revelation that they need that, that you
right.
need family, And yeah.
Yep,
Hmm.
yep, yep. And I wouldn't say I'm gonna push you into that, because you say I want to do, and I'm gonna say you are doing.
Yeah, yeah. No, right now.
What I am doing is this.
Hmm.
Not what I
Yeah,
want to do. What I am. You doing it.
no,
All right.
yeah.
You're becoming it and doing it and being it all at the same time. And
Hmm.
even when you say I remember the being invited over, so I remember back in the day when we would have block parties. Like, and so it's a block party. You actually know
Yeah,
your neighbors, and then it's
yeah,
families enjoying families. If it's a
yeah,
block, man, the things we used to do back in the day when it was more simple without all this technology.
yeah,
My
yeah,
goodness, we
yeah.
gotta bring it back, people. I hope this
We can.
pandemic
Hey,
is stirring us up to bring back
yeah.
things of that nature.
Mix. We need to mix a block party with a family reunion,
Right,
and
right,
just
right,
man, I'm all for that. I am all for
right,
that.
right, right.
And
So prayerfully, we'll start to see some more of those things popping off after the
mhm.
pandemic rolls over. I really hope that
Yeah.
this is stirring up a hunger in all of
Mhm.
humanity to connect more on
Yeah.
a deeper level than just
Yeah.
this technology space. Because
Yeah.
the truth of the matter is, we've been wearing masks before we had.
Ooh.
If we be real with ourselves,
Wow.
we've been wearing masks mentally, spiritually, emotionally,
Yeah. We've been at 6 feet.
before the physical mask
Yeah.
came.
Yeah.
And it's time to really take it off so we can fully connect with
Yeah.
one another.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm
So go
excited
on,
for. You say go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead and close us on out. Whatever last thoughts that you want to leave with the people, and let them know where to find you and how they could follow you, and follow your journey in building kingdom homes.
Final thoughts. I think it starts with anybody who's watching this. I feel like the trailblazers are going to be divinely, brought here to make change. So if you've seen this, and I feel like God wants you to be the person to make that change. And it starts with something small, as just saying, "Hey, every Saturday night, let's do a meal together." That's what I've started to do with my family. Every time I go home, just every time, start something simple. Let's just get a meal together and whatnot, and see what it can be. It could be that seed. We talk about seeds. That's a seed. It's small, but that's something
Mhm.
that will turn into something big. And so, but no, you can find me at Kingdom Homes. That's a vision God gave me to advance His kingdom by providing homes, because the world needs homes. I study animals, and I learned that when they don't have, like, when they're out of their natural habitat, the things that they get into, their strengths are decreased, like all those things. And it's what's happening to us. A lot of people don't have a home. They might have a
Mhm.
a property, but they don't have a home. A true home. And so, yeah, my vision is to give the world back homes and to remove barriers in homes and to bring that sense of homes back. I feel like in every home there should be a sense of belonging. There should be opportunity. There should be ministry. There should be education. There should be sound. There should be opportunity for people to speak and communicate. You know, and there's a lot of other things that homes should have. But I feel like those like are the pillars
Mhm.
of a home. And yeah, that's what I'm doing in Kingdom Homes. And what I'm very
Mhm.
excited about it. We're still growing. We like a couple months years old. We a baby, but I'm excited to just continue to nurture over that vision and see it grow and
Yes.
to partner with people like Natasha Miller, and change the community. Like just be a part of what God wants to do in our world.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Awesome, awesome. And so you all be praying for Mr. Howard because the vision that God has given him and is big and is really going to impact the foster care system as well. It's really going to make a mark and really help turn these homes around so that we are getting out of the space of surviving
Mhm.
to thriving, because that's
Yeah.
what I heard when you were talking about the animals. If they are
Mhm.
displaced without a home, they're in survival mode. So you're not
Mhm.
fully operating in your strength. You're not even
Yeah.
operating in your purpose. You're
Yeah.
you're surviving. You're striving to survive. But when you are placed and you're in a healthy environment, a home, you have all the tools that you need to thrive. And
Yeah.
we are called to be a thriving people. So I
Yeah.
just thank God for the vision that the Lord has given you. And it's a baby now, but it's not a baby to God because in Christ
Mhm.
Jesus is already finished. And so
Yeah.
we just look forward to watching the
Yeah.
manifestation process
Mm.
unfold before our eyes to where this massive influential vision that God has given you has become a reality before our
Mm.
eyes, something tangible that we all can invest in and partake in and carry some of the weight of the vision because
Mm.
that is, we all share that in our heart. We want
Mm.
healed homes, we want this
Mm.
experience. It's a humanity need. So, thank you for that. Javis, thank you to those of you who caught the live broadcast and to those of you who catch the replay.
Mm.
This is your Freedom Coach, Natasha Miller, and Kingdom Homes CEO, Javis Howard, signing off until next time. Peace and freedom.